Awesome. This next guy is also awesome in a massively awesome way. Enough awesome. His name's Psych. He's a former attendee of the 21 convention in 2008. Adam Lyons, actually, that year, pointed him out. He's like, this guy's going to be freaking awesome. And you know what? He came back next year and spoke in 2009 in Orlando at 21 convention.
First convention.
Yeah.
First one talking, yeah.
First one he spoke at. Did a totally awesome job. Very popular online. Awesome guy. Keep saying that. And now he's here in Stockholm. Totally badass. So second year speaking. Who would have thought it'd be in Europe, Stockholm, Sweden, with all these beautiful svenska flickas. But anyway, I'll let you take it away, man. Kick some ass.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Stockholm, Sweden. Fuck. I gotta tell you, man. I've been in this for like 4 years now, running game, coaching for 3. I never thought I'd go international. Never thought I'd be here. Okay, a little bit about me, right? Who's Psych? Who's this guy standing in front of you talking to you guys, right? I got into this 4 years ago at 2006. Basically, hit it hardcore. I'm going to talk about what I did to get good, but a year later, I found myself teaching this stuff. And around 2007, I actually got a big break. How many people here know about MTV? I was on the show Made as a dating coach. So that was a big break for me, and I got recognized really quickly. I started working with PUA training about 2008. I met a great guy named AFC Adam, and just started sailing off, man. It really did. I was a guy that started doing the boot camps with him. I did it when he couldn't come. And 2009, a new surprise happened. Wasn't expecting it, but I got Best New PUA title. I was actually in Vegas in the time. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but when I saw that, I'm like, really? It keeps progressing, right? Then 2010, just now, I actually got another title, Best Natural Game. And that means a lot to me, because I'm going to talk about my style before and where I got to now. I see some problems in this community. I see a lot of problems. Actually, you know what? I want to apologize to you guys. I want to apologize to you guys because if you were like me, you came into this community because you wanted to get natural confidence, right? Instead, we gave you routines and lines to hide behind. You came into this because you wanted to, become more social and outgoing. Instead, we had you sit home coming up with interactive value displays for getting more IOIs or some shit. You wanted more women. We gave you more men. So for this, I am sorry. However, there's a ray of shining hope out there. Because when I got into this, the wave of the community was basically all these lines, routines, very manipulative, about 4 years ago. Then we got a new wave, and it got into this whole idea of natural game, even though it was more chaotic and a little bit crazy. And then the third wave started coming, and that's, I think, where we are now, where we're kind of hit reboot. Me and my friend Chris Hart, who wants to be called now, we started joking about this because to us, the whole community basically just hit a whole reboot. If you notice this, we realized we were going down a dark path. We realized we were going someplace we didn't want to be, and it wasn't working. There's a little funny saying here that 95% of the community doesn't get good. So that means basically this guy is going to get laid like a rock star and fuck the rest of you. Yeah, go him. Right? Is that right? Because that wasn't my idea when I got into this. That wasn't my idea. My idea was I come in, I learn the material, I read what's out there, I apply it, and then I get the fuck out. How many people here have been in this longer than 6 months? If you've been here longer than 6 months and you're still here, there is a problem in all of this. Unless you're a speaker. There's a problem. You've been in here for longer than 6 months. As long as you're going out and applying this stuff, why are you still here? How long are you going to be here? A year? 2 years? Why are we not, why is this community not progressing, getting good? What is going on that's causing all this? Again, though, I'm seeing this new wave. I'm seeing it where it's starting to actually happen. We got great speakers here. You know, Gon Savage here. I've heard him speak. I missed it yesterday, but from what I know about him, great guy. I see a lot of progression. I like this reboot because now it's not about this whole like, oh, pickup mentality. You know, got to fuck the chick as much. A little bit. You know, it's still there. Let's be honest. But we're more emphasizing the idea of being social. Again, I talked about this last time. I hate the term pickup artist. I liked it when I first got into it, but then I realized there's so much more than that. I want the term social artist. This helps in everything if we go the right way, right? So I was talking about this whole 6-month thing. Now, if I had a student that came to me, and after I coached him, he did not get good within 6 months, as long as he was practicing and applying what was taught, I feel I let him down as a coach. I really would. Because there's no reason. It took me 2 years to get to the level I really wanted to get to. About maybe 3 to get like sick, but 2 years I was happy. It shouldn't take that long. You guys should not be here 6 months still searching for an answer. I guarantee all of you know way too much as it is. I guarantee you guys have read a shitload, you know this stuff, and you're here trying to get more. But you're not going to get it here. You're going to get out there, right? So with that, I'm going to apologize, but there is some hope. There is something we can do for you guys. Now, I want to start this off by saying, when I want to learn game, I went two routes. I went a very structured way, right? And then I got this whole natural way. And it was pretty cool, you know, I just got this whole best natural game thing, but I actually wanted to integrate the two styles because there's goods and bads of both. With the structured approach, we have a system of learning. We have an idea of what we're doing, right? That what is important. However, it kind of messes us up because women don't follow a script. You can't make how you do things into a science. I'm actually working on my PhD in psychology right now. I know the psychology of it all. And you can't make it into a science. What you do can be a science. What we're doing will work, but how we do it has to be an art. That's why an artist, not a scientist, right? So when I have students, I quickly learned I have to teach them what to do. And what I do and what all my students do and my coaches is the same. How we go about doing it is different. And when I made this realization, I came up with something I call the VI system. I'm going to explain that in a bit. But basically, the what to do is the structure. It is the science. How we go about doing that is the art. And I want you guys to really understand that when I go over this system with you. Because it's not meant to be some routine, structured type thing. It's meant to be a guide that you can put your own personality into, you can put your own self into, but you have that structure of what to do, but how you do it, I want it to be natural. Because you know what? Maybe this guy is a super, dominant alpha, sexual aggressive guy. Maybe this guy is the, really comical and high charisma and high energy. Maybe this guy's chill and laid back, and he just, pushes the girl away and makes her keep coming. It all works, right? You've seen these kind of guys. You've seen these different styles. Why do they all work? And it bugged me, because I was looking for that common answer for so long. And I realized what they did was the same, but how they did it was different. And that's the power of this, all right? So I'm going to ask you, guys, a simple question, very simple question, especially for a room filled of pickup artists, social artists, whatever. What do you guys think, at the most fundamental level, at its core, causes attraction? I'll give you a hint. It's two things that I found. At its core. I'm not talking about something like confidence, which is a characteristic that causes it. It does. But why does confidence? Just ask yourself why. Why? Why does confidence cause attraction? Why does humor cause attraction? Because it does. Why does ambition cause attraction? Why does all these things we do? What are the two fundamental things it all boils down to? Anyone want to take a guess? Masculinity. Good try now.
You give them good emotions.
Very close. You give them good emotions. Yeah? Expression. It's a what to, but why does expression work? Why does giving them good emotions? Think about that one. Why does giving them...
Reward system, right?
Reward system. So what reward do they want?
What?
Why do they want a reward? What does that mean to them?
Why do they want a reward when you're wired like that? You know that from psychology as well.
Okay. What the first thing that causes attraction that we want is value. It shouldn't come too much as a surprise, right? We got these things called DHVs and interactive value display, all these things with value, right? It shouldn't come to a surprise. Good emotions, valuable. It's valuable to a girl. But there's three types of value. There's the DHVs where we try to sub-communicate this value and we talk about it, but the problem is it comes off kind of bragging. Very easy to fall in that trap. Second form is a little bit more powerful, a little bit cooler. That's showing value, right? Imagine if I said, hey, guess what, guys? I just won a lottery. I got $20 million. It's cool. That's me DHVing. I got $20 million. What? Now let's say I took it out and I showed you the cash. It's like, whoa, a little bit more cooler, right? But there's a third one that's even more powerful. What if I said, you know what? I got $20 million and I'm taking all of you guys out to Vegas with me and we're going to go party. On me. Everyone's like, fuck yeah, all right. Right? I'm giving value. And that's the most powerful form I want you guys to realize. The idea with this in my VI system is giving value. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to structure that for you. But what's the next thing, though? What's something that can trump even value? It relies on it, but it can trump it. Intent, close.
Pre-selection.
Pre-selection is value. It makes you valuable. Make the girl what? Want more? What's another word?
Interest.
Chase. Investment is what I'm looking for. Right? There's a universal principle in any social interaction that is value for value. Anyone you talk to, anyone you deal with, any interaction you have, there's a value exchange going on. You're giving some value to them, and they're giving some value to you, if it's good. If there's a break in that, the interaction ends, for whatever reason. So when we get value from someone, it's investment. So what it comes down to, in my mind, is we give value, we get investment back. Once we give a girl value and then she starts investing in us, attraction occurs. And these two interplay on each other. But don't take my word for it. I want to quote something I do every boot camp, everything I do. And that is a quote from the Buddha. And that is, question all that I teach you. All right? I want you guys to question me. I want you guys to challenge me on this. And not just me, everyone. Anyone you learn from, I want you to question it. I want you to use your own brains instead of just reading it and applying it, because I fell into that trap. And the problem is, there's conflicting theories. It's confusing. How can both guys be right, right? How many people here, probably just the first day, I'm going to guess, heard two conflicting ideas? Anyone? Already from the speakers, yeah. From the first day, we already heard conflicting ideas. But I guarantee they both know what they're talking about. So how does that work? All right. So let's prove it. You have to question and see what makes sense for you. So let me prove this to you guys, right? Let's say I have two lamps. This lamp is really bright, really big, has a pretty design on it, okay? The second lamp, that's the first one. The second lamp is not so bright, kind of dull, not so much of a pretty design, a little bit smaller. Which one do you guys want? Which one do you guys want? The first one, right? Now why? Because it has value. We see that. I want the first lamp, I want the brighter one, I want the one that's more valuable. But now let's add to the story. Same two lamps, right? First one, bright, shiny, pretty, whatever. Second one, a little bit dull, not so bright, not so big. But the second one, you guys spent like 6 hours in shop class sweating over and making with your own two hands. That's your lamp. You're only allowed to keep one. Which one do you guys want now? Second one. Wait a minute, but it's not as bright, it's not as pretty. So a new thing's happening here, investment. We value that which we work for, and actually investment will trump value. I just proved it to you guys, you can see that. So what I started doing was, you know what? I would battle these guys with all this value. There's always going to be a guy that's more shiny than me, better looking than me, more money than me, some kind of more value than I have. But I'm the second little stumpy lamp. And I'll get the investment from it. And I would beat those guys. True story, I actually battled for a girl with the owner of the Miami Heat, which is a basketball team in Florida. And his whole game was name a Beatles song, I'm going to give you guys $100. That's the guy I was battling with, who was like, oh, I know basketball players, I'll hook you guys up, right? Understanding this principle, I was able to turn that value against him got investment from the girl and was able to isolate her away from him. But that proved to me, I'm like, value's not everything. That's when I really made that click. Value is not everything. But let's add to the story now. I have this new invention, new story. I have this new invention. It's great idea. I want to sell crap-flavored ice cream. No, you laugh, but I swear to God this can sell. I know it can sell, right? The only problem is I need $10,000 to start up this business. Who wants to help me out? Who wants to be my investor? Come on. Who wants to invest? And I swear to God, if you raise your hand, I will do it. Who wants to invest in $10,000 for crap-flavored ice cream? No one?
Your
Okay.
crap or my crap?
Both. We can all different types of it. See, he's a thinker. Now,
I like different flavors.
we'll get some corn ones in. No, but basically what happens is we don't want to invest in anything without the value. So yeah, investment trumps value, but how can we get investment without the value? And the people who try end up being very manipulative or just creepy. You're always trying to get something for nothing, right?
Like
Con artist, yeah, exactly. I don't want to give that girl that impression. I'm trying to get something for nothing. So these two interplay with each other very much. And we can start seeing that. All right. So hopefully I've proven to you guys that all of attraction is based on these two things. We give value, and then we get investment. Once that occurs, attraction takes place. And you know what? It doesn't work just for girls and guys. It works the same way with you. If a girl gives you value, maybe it's her looks that's valuable. Right? You see a hot girl. Value. What do we start doing when we see the hot girl? We start trying to game them. We start going after them. Oh, look at that. Now we're investing. And the more we do that, the more attractive we become. It's the same exact principle. This is the psychology of attraction in place. Both ways. But now we can go on more from here. How do we break this down a little bit further to make this work? I can just be like, give value and get investment. But how do you go about doing that, right? What is value in its best form? What is investment in its best form?